Don't babysit, so she can party all night. Your girl says she wants a girls' night out. Sounds harmless, right? She reassures you. You hang out with your boys, so why can't I have my fun too? The difference is, you and your boys aren't going out in a mini dress seeking validation. She's heading to an environment where people are drinking, partying, and let's face it, looking for attention. Add some alcohol to the mix, and judgment goes out the window. You may trust her, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Women who crave this lifestyle often want to be seen by men other than you. Why else would she wear clothes designed to attract attention? A committed relationship thrives on mutual respect. If she values your relationship, she won't put herself in situations where trust can easily be compromised. Next time she suggests a wild night out, ask her this: why do you want to be in an environment where temptation is everywhere, instead of spending time together or with friends who prioritize stability? If she's serious about you, she'll understand. Don't sign the birth certificate without proof. She says you're the only guy she's been with. The baby looks a little like you. She's glowing. Even if the baby has your dimples or your mom's nose, genetics can surprise you. You won't know for sure without a test. Always get a DNA test. It's not about distrust, it's about clarity. A committed partner should understand that this is a basic step to avoid lifelong complications. Set a standard for yourself. Unprotected sex is off the table. If she truly values the relationship, she'll respect the boundaries you set for your future. Don't sacrifice your passions. You love basketball, gaming, or hitting the gym with your boys. These are things that make you feel alive and help you recharge. Then she starts saying things like, "You spend more time on that than with me." Suddenly, you feel guilty for enjoying your passions. Here's the problem. A woman who truly loves you won't want you to lose the spark that made her fall for you in the first place. Sacrificing your passions might make her happy temporarily, but it'll leave you resentful in the long run. Your hobbies are more than just activities. They're outlets that keep you grounded. If she doesn't have her own passions, help her discover them. That way, you can both grow as individuals while enjoying time together. Instead of dropping what you love, say this: I need to have my own time for the things that bring me joy. I'd love for you to explore your own passions too. A healthy relationship balances independence with togetherness. Don't fake enjoyment to keep her happy. She loves binge-watching reality shows or dragging you to events you find painfully boring. To keep the peace, you pretend to enjoy it, but over time, pretending takes a toll. You're building a relationship on dishonesty, even if it seems harmless. Worse, she might assume your silence means you're okay with doing these things forever. The same goes for intimacy. If something feels off, speak up. You're not doing either of you a favor by keeping quiet and letting dissatisfaction fester. Relationships thrive on communication. If you're open about what you like and dislike, you create room for compromise and growth. Next time, say this: I'm not really into that, but I'd love for you to enjoy it with friends who share your interests. Let's find something we both enjoy instead. This way, you're not dismissing her, but drawing healthy boundaries. Don't drop your priorities for her. You've got goals: finishing a degree, working on a project, or simply hitting the gym consistently. These were part of your life long before she entered the picture. Then she starts asking for more of your time. Why can't we just spend the evening together? She says when you're knee-deep in work or on your way to something important. You want to make her happy, so you compromise. Once, twice, and then it becomes a habit. The issue is, when you start neglecting your ambitions for her, you lose the very qualities that made you attractive in the first place: drive, focus, and purpose. A woman who respects you will encourage you to prioritize your mission, not derail it. A man who loses sight of his goals to please someone else will eventually lose respect for himself, and so will she. When the pressure builds, say this: my goals don't just benefit me, they benefit us. I need to stay on course, and I'd love your support. A supportive partner will understand. If she doesn't, that's a red flag. Don't lie to make her feel better. She tries on an outfit and asks, "Do I look fat?" Or maybe she makes a questionable decision and expects you to agree with her no matter what. You lie to avoid conflict or hurting her feelings. It seems easier in the moment, But over time, this dishonesty erodes trust. Worse, it enables her to keep making mistakes or avoid self-improvement. Being honest doesn't mean being cruel. It means caring enough to tell her the truth, even when it's hard to hear. If she's wrong, she needs to know. If an outfit doesn't flatter her, gently let her know. Your honesty builds a stronger foundation for the relationship. She might not like it initially, but she'll respect you for keeping it real. Next time, try this. I love you, and I want to be honest with you. Here's what I think, but let's work on it together. Being truthful with solutions shows you care. Don't go broke for her. You want to impress her? So you splurge on dinners, gifts, or a lifestyle you can't afford. Society's expectations tell you it's your job to provide, no matter the cost. But here's the reality. Going broke for someone else puts your stability, and by extension, the relationship, at risk. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, but a woman worth keeping won't demand you sacrifice your financial health. When you're drained financially, your stress levels skyrocket. That stress bleeds into the relationship, leading to resentment or fights over money. Your first responsibility is to yourself. Stability isn't just about money. It's about being in a position to provide long-term security. Set boundaries early. I value building a future for us, which means I need to stay smart about my spending. Let's find ways to enjoy life together without going overboard. A partner who truly cares will respect this approach. Don't let her speak for you. You're out with friends or family, and someone asks you a question. Before you can respond, she jumps in. Oh, he's not interested in that. Or, he won't want to go. Every time this happens, it chips away at your authority and individuality. You start feeling like you're not allowed to have your own voice in decisions. If you don't address this, it sets a precedent. She decides for you, speaks for you, and eventually controls the narrative in your relationship. A strong partnership requires mutual respect, not dominance. You need to reclaim your voice, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Speaking for yourself shows confidence and leadership, which are essential traits in any relationship. The next time she interrupts, gently but firmly say, I appreciate your input, but I can answer for myself. This sets the tone for future interactions. Protect your privacy for her. She asks to go through your phone. Her excuse? If you have nothing to hide, it shouldn't matter. Letting her micromanage your texts, calls, and DMs doesn't solve insecurities, it feeds them. Plus, it sets a double standard. If she demands access to your privacy, what's stopping her from keeping secrets of her own? Respect in a relationship means trusting each other without constant surveillance. If she can't respect your space, the problem isn't your phone, it's the lack of trust. Healthy boundaries are non-negotiable. Transparency doesn't mean giving up your individuality or privacy. Address this calmly. I value our trust and want to keep it strong. If there's something bothering you, let's talk about it instead of invading each other's privacy. A secure partner will appreciate this approach. Don't forgive her for cheating. You discover she's been unfaithful. Maybe it's a confession. Or worse, you catch her in the act. She cries, apologizes, and promises it'll never happen again. You're torn. You've invested so much in the relationship. Time, energy, love. The idea of starting over feels overwhelming, and part of you wants to believe her apology is genuine. But here's the reality. Forgiving her sets a dangerous precedent. Cheating isn't just a mistake, it's a choice. When you forgive infidelity, you signal that your boundaries are negotiable. It also doesn't erase the betrayal or the damage done to your self-worth. The trust is gone, and rebuilding it is nearly impossible. No matter how much it hurts, walking away is the only move. Staying in a relationship where trust has been shattered does more harm than good. Draw the line with clarity. Cheating is a deal breaker for me. I respect myself too much to accept this. Leaving might be hard, but it's also empowering. Never forget that being in a relationship doesn't mean losing your sense of self. Strong relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and clear boundaries. If you compromise your values, reassess.